High West Distillery. We've had a couple of their bottles before, but we've really been looking to get back into them and get them back into us.
Somebody got into this bottle already.
Yeah, boy, howdy. I'd like to know the story on that one, and it also looks like a Survivor bottle. What's the Survivor Series bottles about? Well, we'll talk about that too on this episode of Savor the Burn. I swear, there was a fuzzy, I swear.
That's what she said.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. Across the barrels from me is Mr. W2. How do you do?
Doing pretty fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Who do we have with us today?
This is my good buddy, Kyle. We work together. We've known each other for a little bit now, and
We threatened to have him on the show a couple of times.
we find ourselves talking about whiskey a lot.
Yeah,
quite a bit, yes.
This is the same Kyle that W2 has talked about several times about always trying to get us to check out the Swordfish Toms, and we're going to get there. Someday we're going to get there. Someday. Yeah. It's embarrassing that we haven't been there with you yet, honestly. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us here on the.
Thank you for having me
on the Savor the Burn podcast. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for following along. Be sure to stay subscribed. Click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification to stay up to date on all things Savor the Burn. If you're on your favorite podcast app of choice, audio only, we thank you for following along with us on there. Stupid whiskey, I haven't even gotten into it yet, and it's already got me tongue-tied.
Let's get to it.
But we're going to get into that here pretty soon. And thank you to our Patreons for stepping up and stepping in and being a whole part of that, checking out the monthly newsletter, the stickers, the T-shirts, all the things involved with that. So, W-Dose, we talked about this a little bit in the intro. High West American Prairie Bourbon.
So, before we get into that, just like when we brought our buddy Josh over, we wanted to kind of fit our review, our tasting for the night to things that he really likes. And so we've had him over for Scotch nights.
Absolutely.
We could very easily have Kyle over for a Scotch night.
I do a lot of Scotch myself.
Fan.
Excellent.
But he also loves a lot of stuff, and knowing that he was a big fan of High West and has talked about their mailing list and the parties that they throw and all that stuff, I thought, you know what? We're doing an entire flight of it throughout the course of the night.
Yeah.
That's a great place to start.
Sounds great to me.
I agree. And this is one of those bottles, I said the Survivor Series earlier.
Yep.
This is one of those bottles that survived the great shelf crash.
Yeah. So this is a bottle that Katie got me as a gift a little while back, and I've had it on the shelf for a little bit. But when we first started talking about putting together a High West night and getting back into them, I had just gotten the first bottle of Midwinter Night Dram and was all excited. I moved my other bottles of High West down so they were all on the shelf together. The Midwinter was on the rye shelf, so just all of them were there with that. And then I came home that day right after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving, to the peaty, smoky, and rye scent that was bellowing through the house and the river that was running through the studio, the shelf that just kind of toppled over.
It was tragic. You can scroll back to last November, early December on Twitter, X, whatever, and you can see those photos.
There were 17.
I don't remember if we put those up on Instagram or not, but they're definitely up there on X.
We lost 17 bottles. One of those was the Midwinter Night Dram, Act 12. The 19.
Scene 2.
The 2024.
I pick up this bottle like that's it.
It's not that bottle.
It's not that bottle.
The 2024 release of that, and I was devastated. I'm like, first off, that's not a cheap bottle.
No.
Second of all, it's a really hard bottle to find.
Yeah.
It's gone. And fast forward a little bit, we did find it. I started to point at that too, but that's not it.
Right.
But anyway.
Similar bottle style.
So we're back in business. Stay with us. We will get to that bottle. This bottle was on the shelf, and it survived. It did not break. It did not leak. the label just got scuffed up a little bit. So it's a Survivor series.
It is.
And but yeah, like I said, this is a bottle that Katie got for me as a gift, and I've really enjoyed it. This is also one. It's not on their website anymore, so I wonder if they've just kind of phased it out, or it ran its course, or whatever. But I don't think it's that much different than their standard bourbon. This one happens to be called the American Prairie Bourbon, blended straight bourbon whiskey. Specifically because, and I'll go ahead and just get right into it if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine. You talk, I'll pour.
Yeah. This is the High West Distillery American Prairie Bourbon blended straight bourbon whiskey. This has a age statement of 2 years. Blend of straight bourbons range in age from 2 to 13 years. It's 92 proof.
Okay.
It says American Prairie Bourbon is named after the American Prairie Reserve, a group working to create the largest wildlife reserve in the lower 48 states. Capable of running at speeds up to 55 miles per hour, the pronghorn antelope, featured on the bottle's label, a painting by Diane Whitehead, is North America's fastest land mammal and performs the continent's second longest land migration of more than 500 miles. Because of their love of travel, pronghorn require large areas of open and intact grasslands. Moreover, pronghorn populations have decreased 98% since the 1800s due to habitat destruction. American Prairie Reserve helps pronghorn through its ongoing fence removal efforts and by conserving wildlife corridors. 10% of High West's after-tax profits from the sales of American Prairie Bourbon bottles are donated to the American Prairie Reserve. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Very nice.
That is really
And that's
cool.
probably why it's not listed as one of their standard offerings, is because it is a little bit more of an exclusive.
Yeah, it sounds like a
type
special
bottle.
edition, special release kind of thing.
I mean, you can't be mad at that.
It smells good. It smells like the usual suspects.
It's got a lot of citrus on it.
That's the first thing I noticed. The citrus.
There's a little bit of a char smokiness to it too.
It's light. It's not too heavy on your nose.
At 92 proof, you'd hope it wouldn't be too heavy or too light. It'd be in that Goldilocks zone. We found that 90 to 96 is really kind of a great little spot for your proof point to be for whiskeys.
Nice.
More than that, it can get a little goofy. Less than that, it's not goofy enough.
I'm getting a little vanilla.
Yeah.
A little bit of a.
It's almost like candy sweet.
It's definitely candy sweet. It's not. Is it maybe brown sugar or maybe just a confectionery sugar? It's
maybe I almost get a little molasses.
Molasses? Okay.
It is. It definitely has sweet.
It's good though.
Maybe even
Some
more
stone.
cotton candy.
Yeah.
Cotton candy? Okay.
Yeah.
And a stone fruit of some kind beyond just a little bit of a citrus. I'm ready to get this on the palate.
Yeah.
I was ready before I came in.
I know it.
It's a beautiful color. Looks nice.
Great color.
Look at them legs. Hey girl, how you doing? All right, cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clove.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Maybe even a little bit of mint.
Wow, clove. Okay, and there's some. I don't know if that's palate or finish. Jesus, it keeps changing. What the hell? So clove carries through into the finish.
The double-edged sword about a bottle that has been cracked and open for a while is you miss some of the initial fresh crack crispness.
Yeah, because of a bottle aging thing.
Right. However, yeah, it's oxidized some sitting in there, especially as low as it was. But because it's also had time to mellow out a little bit and breathe a little bit. So it's, I don't know. Pick your poison.
Wow. Yeah. It feels like the vanilla has moved into like a creme brulee kind of thing.
You think so?
I think so. You don't think so?
Interesting.
I haven't decided yet.
Or like vanilla bean. I don't know. It's like
I get more of a vanilla bean than a creme brulee.
Yeah, I could get on board with that. I'd also say that the citrus turns into marries with the candy and becomes kind of that orange slice candy.
Orange slices?
You know, those little gummy, sugary gummy.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The char sticks with it. I'm getting a smokiness.
Do you think that any of that carries through into the
Definitely
finish?
some smoke to it.
Absolutely.
I think the tanginess of that orange slice candy comes through still.
I think the oak tannins kind of amplify on the finish a little bit more. They're not quite there on the nose, but they kind of present themselves throughout the palate and wind up on the finish.
They're not. Well, that is not how you spell tannins. It's not a. Oh
yeah, put a little drop in there.
An offensive oak tannin kind of thing.
Give me 2. There you go.
For you, sir, if you wish.
Yeah, I'll take 2. Why not? Everybody else is doing it.
Peer pressure.
All the kids are doing it.
Why do we put a drop or maybe even 2 drops into our whiskey, Mr. W2?
Science.
What are the benefits or the?
You know, it opens up. A lot of times it allows other flavors and the flavors that are there to kind of amplify. Sometimes they don't, though. I think it.
So sometimes it'll mellow the bite that you get.
Definitely.
It dilutes it a little bit, and so you can, at least from my experience, really taste what the flavors are without being overpowered by whatever that finish is. I get a lot of that. It's actually those 2 drops mellowed it out a ton.
I think in a lot of cases, especially on your higher proofed bourbons and ryes, the couple drops of water, like you said, it rounds and it softens the harsh edges that you'll get with the higher proof, the rye spice, and that. We've had a couple though, and maybe it's where that proof point is, but typically we don't find ourselves in a lot of things under 90. So
Sure.
I don't know. It's kind of weird, but we've had a couple that we've been like, nope, that kind of ruined what we loved about 100%. What was there. So it can take away.
But it's nice to know whether or not it's going to do that. You still got to experiment a little bit. It's science. You got to science that shit.
It's science.
Oh, can I swear on this podcast?
Fuck yeah.
Can he swear on this podcast?
All right. Well, there we have it.
So before we had done 2 different High West offerings. There was the double rye.
We've done the double rye, and we've done the. Did we do the rendezvous? I feel like they were both ryes that we did.
Campfire.
We had
rye on rye. They have
the rye on rye. That's what it was.
Rye on rye.
Yeah.
Not the double rye.
Yeah. I want to say it's called rye on rye. Is the High West version correct? I believe.
I think so.
It's been so long.
Looking through the.
I definitely had the campfire
liquor cabinet on savorthebourbon.com.
And I thought I still had a little bit of it left, but the bottle's nowhere to be found, so I think it
went the way of the dodo.
Died a honorable or dishonorable death. There's no telling.
Campfire is a fantastic one. It's so smoky.
I was gonna say for a bourbon, the amount of smoke that comes with it, and not an artificial smokiness. It's just a genuine campfire.
It is like if you are camping and you have a campfire going and you bottle that and make it a whiskey and drink it.
It's what your hoodie smells like the next morning.
Yes, 100%. It's fantastic.
In a bottle.
Yep. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, this was good.
So I just looked through the liquor cabinet, and really all I can find is that double rye. And we didn't have a rating on that bottle.
That was also very early on.
It was very early on. It was way before we even did audio only.
I think that's why I left the rating off of there, because we were shooting from the hip.
Yeah, it was within the first, 10 episodes or so? Maybe even the first 5.
We made a Manhattan out of it. And
yeah. It's a really cool bottle, though.
They are really cool.
Little like flecks in it.
Yeah,
It's
almost, is it flecks or bubbles?
I don't know if it's flecks or bubbles, or it gives it.
That one's a lot clearer than a lot of their other ones.
Yeah,
they've got some that are
they almost look frosted.
It gives it a little glitteriness that almost makes it look like you're panning for gold.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's how I've always imagined it.
Yeah.
I also like the waviness. I mean, It has a hand-blown glass kind of a look to it. Very similar to the Knob Creek bottles.
Yep.
It's an older, more natural bottle that doesn't look
Speaking of natural, we got natural cork on a solid wood topper.
Yep. So the tasting notes that I pulled from this, and this
let's see what the internet has to say.
This is from the distiller. Color hay. I thought it's a little darker than a hay color. To me, a hay is a Irish whiskey or a Scotch.
Maybe hay's darker out there in Utah land.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the Mormons make it darker.
The nose, light and airy, delicate sense of orange peel, light caramel, and a touch of dill gently emanate from the glass.
So I didn't get that on the nose.
Not on this one.
But clove, maybe dill.
Clove showed up.
You know.
On the palate, spice begins developing in intensity from the start. Sweeter flavors of caramel and vanilla are complemented by more unique flavors of anise and orange zest.
Orange zest.
Though they feel almost fragile in nature. I kind of agree with that.
Fragile.
I mean, yeah.
I get more of that now that I've added a couple of drops of water to it, which is, I wasn't getting that as much in the first taste.
And then it says the finish, spice crescendos in the finish, which finally gives a sense of energy you might expect from drinking a bourbon neat. Sweet notes mingle in with apricot, vanilla, and honey accompanying the underlying spice.
Apricot. So you said stone fruit earlier, but I thought you were saying that it was on the palate. Were you saying it was on the finish? Like the notes?
I was saying palate, but I think it is also there in part of the finish.
Okay. That's a very delicious pour.
That anise is there in the empty glass on the nose. With maybe a little bit of a licorice. That's the other thing that we've started doing on the podcast too is after we're done and the glass has time to sit there and air
kind
out
of
a little bit,
smell.
is give it a second nose. A lot of times the raw grains present themselves a little bit more.
Raw grains.
That's a Norwegian metal band.
Oh, is it?
If it's not, it should be.
Well, maybe while you guys are working on your scores and trying to figure out what you think and remember, on a 0 to 5 scale, what you would have given each one of these things. Don't feel too peer pressured into doing it. But what we do, even though you've got your own column, you don't have to. And,
I'm gonna do my thing.
You don't have to play along. It's just everybody else has, and it would suck if you didn't. Everybody would remember that you didn't do it. You'd be like, what's with that Kyle guy? We'll get emails at info, Jonathan or W2 at savortheburn.com. But anyway.
One of the two of them.
Anyway, so we run our reviews on 4 different categories: nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation, and we add those up out of a possible 20 from our 0 to 5s on each one, and then divide that number by 2, and that's how we end up with our 0 to 10.
You were asking where exactly they were.
What is it?
Park City, Utah.
Park City, Utah.
That's a little bit easier to pronounce than what you.
Yeah, but according to the interwebs, Google says that they were,
I'm believing the bottle.
Maybe 10 miles north. The saloon is down there in Park City, but the distillery is like about 10 miles north. So, guys, get your poop in a group. Like, you're sending me mixed messages here. Like, do you want a crab rangoon and chill or what? Like, what are you trying to say?
Only if you put fishnets on it.
You want this?
I'm good.
Yeah, he's got his own thing.
Three hours later.
All right.
W2, what'd you give this on the nose? We had hints of citrus. You picked up on charcoal, some smokiness, vanilla, some brown sugar, some molasses, cotton candy, all kinds of great, wonderful things on the nose.
So my sister recently told me that I was too generous with my scores and I needed to wrangle it back in.
Well, your sister needs to shut her mouth.
Whoa!
These are his.
I'm trying really
not
hard.
yours.
No.
These are Nachos scores.
I have nothing to do with this.
To be fair,
we've been talking about this.
We have had some pretty stellar bottles, and so we've just gotten in the habit of giving banger scores for
banger
any
bottles.
and everythings. Exactly. That said, I thought this was a great nose. Just like you rambled off. A lot of citrus, a lot of vanilla, a little bit of caramel, some corn, some smoky char on there. I gave it 3.5.
3.5? I went way over that. 4 1/4.
I got a 3.8 out of that.
3.8. That's fine. Not quite a 4. Not.
It had a little bit more burn on the nose to me. It was a little bit more astringent on my nose.
It nosed hotter than 92 should?
Yeah, I felt it did, but I don't have the experience that you gentlemen have.
Oh, come on now. We're just enthusiasts, just like any other whiskey enthusiast out there. I mean, everybody's palate's different, you know.
Yeah.
We're
Absolutely. That's a very true statement.
You know, we're just, you know.
And you like what you like.
You like what you like. Yeah.
I mean, I certainly enjoyed that. I thought it was great.
Yeah, we could have the KC Kid over and he could hate it. And then convince us to hate it.
The best whiskey the best whiskey is your favorite whiskey.
Sure.
That's right.
So
that's right.
It is what it is.
Yep. So back to it. Palate. W Dose. We found some cloves, some mint. I found some creme brulee. You guys didn't agree with that, and that's fine. Vanilla bean, orange slice candy was a nice call, and you said the char was there.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.5 because I thought it took it up a notch.
Well,
because I was already wowed by the nose, by the palate. I was double wowed.
All right.
So I couldn't go, 4.25 times 2. 8.5.
Well, I also came up a little bit, but I'm still at 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
Yep.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, if you're going to go 0 to 5, halfway point, mid would be 2.5. So that's fine. It's still well above average.
I'm in between you guys a little bit.
That's
much
fine.
Closer to him. I'm at a 4.3. I'm doing mine on a 10th scale. You guys are doing yours on a quarter.
Yeah. We may end up doing that ourselves one day because we've been talking about, what Miss Faith had been suggesting to us. We need to work on our damn scores.
Maybe that helps.
We're a little too much, but yeah, we've been talking about
she's just trying to keep us in line.
niching it down. Yeah.
I like that she's trying to keep you honest and not become just slaves to
fanboys
spouting off about your whiskey.
I mean, not everything can be a Michter's 10-year.
Not everything can. Not just because Jim Beam wants to send us a bottle of Lineage.
Oh, that Lineage batch too. Oh my gosh, did you see that?
I did see that. Just because they want to send us a bottle of that to review because we're such a big deal.
Or maybe we just need to jump in the truck and head that way over the weekend.
Maybe we got to head back down there. Yeah. Make a weekend out of it.
For it.
Girl saying, yep. Finish. Clove, mint, orange slice candy carried through. Oak tannins started to show up more pronounced. Stone fruit that you initially said was on the palate was actually found here on the finish. So where are you at on that?
As usual, I came back down to 3.5.
Okay.
So my palate elevated, and then everything else kind of.
That's not bad. I kept mine locked in at 4.5. I was still just as stoked. How about you, Mr.
I am
Kyle?
dead in between you guys.
Right in between?
Again, 3.5, 4.5, 4, right here.
Yep.
All right.
I will say this about this bottle. I have drunk this bottle many times in the past.
Okay.
I used to go over to Mike's, pick up a bottle of this specifically, and that was a regular at my house. I am a big fan of this. So
it's hard not to be a big fan of High West.
Oh, I love them. I all of their offerings.
The pours that we've had on camera and off camera have been very good.
They do quality products, and
they really do.
And then all of their one-off releases, and we're going to get into their cask finish collection.
Right.
They're not afraid to experiment, and they're not afraid to try different things, and I think that makes it cool.
I'm sure the experiments that fail will never see the light of day. Will never never reach the tip of the tongue.
Those are the ones you want to try the most, though.
Right. Like, why do you say it fails?
All day long?
Yeah. Like, well, it sucks, but it'll work great as rocket fuel or whatever. But yeah. So bottle presentation. We talked a little bit about it. Not a whole lot. I mean, it's got natural cork, a wood topper. It's got cool glass. It's kind of, it's either fleckled, speckled, whatever, or it's got air bubbles in it.
I think it's just air bubbles, and the way that it catches the light. But they're like sand-sized air bubbles. They're so minute.
And all the irregularities, all the way down to the very bottom, you can even still see it in there. It has whether it is or not, and I don't see any seams, so I think these are probably hand blown glass bottles.
I didn't check it for seams.
I really like the way that it feels like it would come from someplace called High West.
You feel like a cowboy when you're drinking this
There's
bottle.
definitely a seam. I can see it here on the edge.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad at it. I also love the way that they incorporate original artwork into their label designs.
That's pretty
I think
cool.
that's really cool. And this one having a great cause.
Yeah, we talked about Maker's Mark and their
Oh man.
and how much they support local artists and unknowns and just people out there trying to make cool art, whatever, like on display and on showcase there at their distillery grounds. But this one here, they actually put it on the label. How cool is that?
Sure, that's fantastic.
I mean, it's not a Georgia O'Keeffe painting, but who could paint a painting like her except her? So I'm happy to.
Yep.
I'm happy to see these things on here. And on the back label, we didn't talk about anything that was on the back of the label, but I'm sure some of the
Most of
stuff,
this is what I ended up reading.
Okay, so it's most of.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got lots of great, cool information as far as what's the story behind the bottle. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I gave it a 3.5.
All right. Well, I came up to 4 on this one.
Came up to 4.
Yep. Just because I really liked the hand-blown glass treatment all the way down to the imperfections of all the air bubbles that are in the glass. Yep. I love, and with that, it is embossed with their horseshoe.
Front and back.
The artwork incorporated into the labels. Love the natural cork with the natural wood topper on there.
And as the topper ages, over use or whatever, it darkens. It looks like it's soaked up some hand oils or whatever, or like maybe some of those broken bottles from the incident.
That's probably more accurate because it was sitting on its side for no telling how long by the time I got home.
To me, it's got the feel of a bottle you would find in a saloon in the 1800s.
Yep.
And that's what I like about it. I think that's what they're going for, and I think that they've accomplished that.
Yeah, they're trying to capture the Old West.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, what'd you give it?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
4.0. Same as
4.0?
me. Yep.
Easy all day. I could have brought mine up to 3 3/4, but I didn't because I'm a fuddy-duddy. So, well, speaking of final scores, you gave it an 8.05.
I did.
So that was your
Nice.
your 0 to 5s added up, possible 20 divided by 2, ended up with an 8.05. That's very specific. Specific, like maybe we could attain that someday.
like it.
Mine, I got 8.375, 8 3/8. How about you, W2? What did your numbers end up?
Mine ended up being 7 3/8, 7.375.
Okay. I need to learn how to write. My Raytown education precludes me from writing wonderfully. Well, I didn't write down like a Reader's Digest synopsis, for the end of this thing. So, what would you guys? Do you guys have any final thoughts on this bottle? You said you've had. Kyle, you've had several of these bottles, and I don't. This is my first time trying it. Does this compare? It's had time to age in there with a whole lot of air, aged and oxidized or whatever bottle.
Absolutely, it was standard whiskey that I would keep in my place. I wouldn't just crack the bottle and throw a party and kill it that night. So I've had it from initial pop through letting it sit and oxidize a little bit and get some oxygen in it, and they're all the same. They're all fantastic to me. I think it's a great offering overall.
How about it as a cocktail?
Yeah, have you used it in a cocktail, or would you suggest it in a cocktail?
I'm sure that I have. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, 100%.
Start with the simple ones.
For me, sitting it at home, I just drink it. Just pour it into a glass and drink it. That's how I have it. I'm trying to think when the last time I made a cocktail with High West was. And it's got to be a while. I couldn't tell you, but most likely a Manhattan.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Did the notes say anything about honey? I swear there's There's a little touch of some honey there on that last little drop I had
on the finish. It says, and honey accompanying the underlying spice.
All right, well.
Apricot, vanilla, and honey.
You think you're being original, and then, no, they wrote it on a website years ago.
Yep.
That's all right. It happens to me all the time. Well, folks, if you've hung around with us this long, you know that our scores tell the tale of what we felt on the inside and out. This bottle, is it readily available nowadays?
I don't think so.
They just kind of stopped producing it, or
I haven't. Again,
changed its name.
I've had it on the shelf for a little while, so I haven't been out looking for it, so I'm not really sure what's out there. I know that their standard offering is just the High West Bourbon.
Yes.
And that is that's available everywhere. This may be a slight variant on that, but I feel like this is right in that wheelhouse with that one. So with this being something specific to the what does it say? The American Prairie Reserve.
Okay. Yeah.
That leads me to believe that it's probably a little bit more limited because of that.
Like there's a reason they produced this bottle.
Yeah.
With that art.
Yep.
Like you said, some of the proceeds from the sales go to
10% after tax.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's really
10%
cool.
of their
It's
net.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you have had this bottle, or if you know where some of these bottles can be found, please. I dropped the email earlier. I think maybe if I could find a bottle of this, I'd love to have it at home myself. So, send us an email, info, W2, or Jonathan at savortheburn.com. What was the, do you remember that website off the top of your head?
I think it's highwest.com.
Highwest.com?
I believe that's right.
Check that out. If it's wrong, leave us a comment. In the comments, and let us know just how wrong we are. So, if there's anything I forgot, please forgive me. So, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're drinking, and who you're drinking it with, never forget, keep on burning.
Keep on burning.